Hi my beautiful people, how are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing okay. Thank you so much guys for coming back to watch my videos. In today's video I'm going to talk about how to get jobs and how specifically to get jobs for 482 visa. So in the previous video I talked about the 482 visa, which is temporary skilled shortage visa, TSS. If you've not watched that video, it would be very nice if you go watch that video and get to know something about that visa, so that this video will be more helpful for you. But anyway, I'll talk a little bit about the visa so that we can go on and I show you how to look for jobs or for sponsorships. Now, the 482 was created for skills shortage in Australia following COVID. So this is what happens. The government allows the business people or the companies here to sponsor employees from overseas because they cannot fill the positions with the people in Australia, or the population in Australia, they have not found anyone suitable for the job, and maybe there's more better equipped people and more skilled people overseas. So the government goes ahead and allows these people, the employers and the business people specifically, to give these people a sponsorship. So for this sponsorship, most of the time they'll cater for your tickets, your air tickets, your visas. They'll even cater for your relocation if you have any shipping to bring along with you. They'll cater for everything, and some companies will even cater for your first month's rental. They may get you in a hotel, or they may pay for you to stay in an Airbnb. The other good thing with this visa is you get to relocate with your family. So if you're a family, mother, father and kids, and maybe if it's a de facto, you're living with your partner and you can show a proof, you can still relocate with them. And then the other thing to note is that your family, the people you travel with or the people you relocate with, they get the same rights to work in Australia as you. And the other thing, when you're applying for this visa, the time you're sending your application forms or your documents, you have to make sure that you send in and declare that you have family when you're applying. So if you get the visa and then later you say that you had a family and you did not include them in your visa, they will not get the visa. So it is very paramount that you declare and you include your family in the visa from the beginning. That one will be helpful for you. So without wasting much time, I'm going to show you where to get these jobs. Now, there are few applications or apps or websites where you can find jobs in Australia, and these are the same websites that we are going to use today to help us get or see the visas that see the employers that are looking to sponsor different kind of employees or different kind of skills. So these applications are Seek, Jorah and Indeed. Those are the main ones that we are going to use today. And I'm going to show you how to go about it and how to maneuver and maybe secure a job for yourself. The other thing I need to make sure and say before I forget is make sure that your resume or your CV is Australian standard. In Australia, the resumes, they do not include so many stories. They do not include the marital status, all those unnecessary stuff. It is specifically very short. Your qualifications and your experiences mostly, and your a little bit of your details, basic details, but we do not include so many stories in the resumes. So make sure that your resume is clear and short, not too lengthy. And then the other thing, make sure that it meets the standard of Australia. The other thing you need to note is this: the way the interview is conducted in Australia is quite different from the way the interviews are conducted maybe like in Kenya. So you need to learn, you need to go maybe through YouTube, read through and get to understand how the interviews are conducted, so that by the time, if at all you're lucky, if you get someone to sponsor you, before they sponsor you, of course they'll take you through the interviews. So you want to make sure that you're good to go, like you're good to answer the questions, and the interview will go smoothly, because you need to check your English, the way you communicate, your communication skills, of course, the way you listening skills. You need to have very good listening skills. The other thing to note is your English. You need to provide evidence of English, minimum English requirements. I tend to just realize that English, they need very low English. So as long as you're good with your English, you do not need very high English points, very minimal. And the other thing is that there is no age limit for this visa. So let's hop into the video, and I'm going to show you how to maneuver the applications. This is SICK. So if you go on your Google Chrome or whatever browser you're using, just Google this word SICK, and you're going to sign in, and you'll get in this app, and you're going to see all this. Now we're going to put in our keywords here. So we're going to use 482 visa. Okay, we'll say visa sponsorship, and then we're going to seek, or to, yeah. So if you look, these ones are the jobs that the employers are happy to sponsor. So for example, this registered nurse, if you can see here, it says 482 visa sponsorship and relocation support available up to 10,000 Australian dollars. And the salary is quite okay. Base salary is starting from 93,492 to 113,568, plus much more on offer. So as you can see, guys, there's more. There's PMO director, I don't know what that is, PMO lead, there's chef or cook, there's chef. I think there's so many chefs in on demand, program manager, chef, slaughterman, if you can slaughter. There's registered nurse, 482 sponsorship on offer. So there's so many jobs, and so you just need to go in and check whatever skills you have, and maybe keep scrolling until you find something that suits you, and then look at their website and see how they've directed you to make the application. So for example, let's see. So I think mostly they need nurses. So it is high time, if you're a nurse, you try this one out, try this visa out. It is quite okay, considering that you'll not incur a lot of expenses. The employer is going to cater for most of the expenses. So as you can see, so many nurses are on demand in Australia. The healthcare system needs a lot of workers. So all these are registered nurses. And of course, there are other jobs as well, like trademans. If you can paint, panel beaters, there's all sorts of jobs, but it's only you have to go on these job websites and keep looking and keep searching for your job and for your qualification and see what will suit you, right? So let's go on the last page, second last page, and see more nurses, more registered nurses and midwives, more registered nurses and midwives. So for nurses, if you're a nurse, it's you can see there's so many vacancies for you. Is this Indeed? So Indeed, the same way we checked the other one. So if you come here on what, then we say 482 visa sponsorship, and then we find jobs. So you can see there's 482 visa sponsorship jobs in Australia. There's 312 jobs. Registered nurse, personal care assistant, registered nurse, registered nurse, registered nurse. Okay, there's so many vacancies for registered nurses. Dermal therapist, sous chef, I don't know what that is. So there's so many here. There's this one, they've actually specified chef or cook, 482 visa sponsorship. Here, floor supervisor, no work eligibility and requires sponsorship to work, e.g. 482 visa preferred. So this one is quite okay. Let's look at and it's a full-time job. We are situated 1.45 hours from Melbourne in an area full of beaches. Nice. So if we look at that job, so you need to have the following: minimum 5 years experience in field, 2+ in managerial positions, ability to maintain composure for yourself and your staff in high stress situations, hardworking, focus on customers, experience in rostering, including costed rosters, experience in training staff, including preparing training programs, food and wine knowledge of Italian cuisine preferred. And the salary is quite nice, 45 to 55 per year. Okay, schedule is rotating roster. Nice. So if you think you fit such kind of a job, you can go ahead and make the application. The other application, guys, is Jorah. The other website where you can get these jobs. So Jorah is a search engine for jobs in Australia. So if we come here and write, okay, I'll just retype it. I had typed earlier. If we type for it, visa sponsorship is just here, and then we search. So you can see they have 379 jobs. That are eligible for 4.8 visa sponsorship. So all these jobs, like for example, look, there's cook, PMO lead, program manager, slaughterman, registered nurse, forklift mechanic, auto electricity, Victoria, New South Wales. So guys, this engine, you just have to download either the app on your phone or go on any search engine like the website, sorry, not the website, the browser, whatever browser you're using, just write Jorah or Seek or Indeed, whichever, and then just go the same way we've done, and you'll see, and make sure you can see, you identify if the jobs if the employer is happy to sponsor you for the visa. And the other thing, it's important for you to check before you even apply. It's important for you to check on the occupations list to make sure that your occupation is among or is under the 482 visa, because not every occupation or not every profession is under 4H2. So it is important that you check first on the occupation list, and also check whether it is under the short term or under the medium or the medium term visa stream. And because that will determine how long your visa will be, you have to check and to go deep and know what exactly they require, the requirements, the experience, how long is the experience, how long experience do they want, how much. Check for all the eligibility, whether you are eligible, and of course if you are, go forward and apply. Keep sending your CVs slash resumes. Keep sending. You might be lucky. Remember, don't ask me, please don't ask me if your occupation is on the occupation list. I might not know. It is important that you go on the Home Affairs, the Australian Home Affairs website. Check. Everything is there. They tell you everything. Sometimes I might not know everything. I don't even know half of or everything. So it's important that you do your due diligence, do proper research before you go ahead and do anything. So guys, thank you so much for staying along. Thank you so much for hanging around and watching this tutorial to the end. If you've reached the end, thank you very much for watching all through. If you've not subscribed, consider subscribing, guys. That is going to help me grow this channel. And I share these videos with your friends. If this video is not relevant for you or to you, it might be of help to someone else. Of course, there's someone else that will benefit from this video, so consider sharing it with them. Leave a comment, please. Give this video a thumbs up. This is going to help me grow this channel as well. Your thumbs up means a lot. Let me know your feedback. Let me know what other videos you'd like me to do. And I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.